And welcome back to the Through the Brush League, my friends. And tonight we have Betrayal versus EWD. Very interesting matchup to see, and we will be seeing Betrayal's Killer first, Winter Edit's choice, or more like Betrayal's choice of Killer, their Singularity, and hence we'll be seeing them play first. And we'll just be going around doing some setup on our pods here. Pretty expected start for Singularity. Now, I'd imagine. I'd imagine it's a pretty interesting choice to not have corrupt on our builds here, definitely. But we'll see how this plays out for Winter here, though I'd imagine Winter's gonna need to get some seriously fast downs and, get some really good pressure going fast, because we've got to compensate for the fact that we do not have Corrupt on board here. So we'll just be going towards main here. We've got our setup bottom side, so we've got to break into our top side here and get some setup going too. And as we break the main door, we hear lots of gen progress going on here, so that's not really the sound that Winter wants to hear, but in a sense, he did sign up for this by not running Corrupt. We do get a pretty interesting plot off onto our Ellen at main here. Yeah, we'll be seeing Chase going onto our Nancy in a tower here, getting a good little pod here, and... Ooh, Nancy? Yeah, Nancy getting teleport onto, but we're still gonna make the pallet just fine, and our killer knows to leave this. We're gonna have to go somewhere else. We can't really commit to this Nancy, not with a Corrupt at least. We'll just be going towards mid here. Well, we're not really at mid yet. We're just camping for now, and now we'll actually start going towards mid. And once again, we're on L, and we get this really nice TP off here. And I think our goal is to try to get a neat little tag before we actually make it a domain, and that's really good. We did get our tag and a teleport here now. Our Ellen's gonna be able to make this pallet here, and unfortunate for Killer not being able to get the swing break here, so yeah, it's gonna be a bit of an extra waste of time for Killer to have to break this pallet, so yeah, we'll be getting another pod onto our Survivor. And we don't get the TP off here, unfortunate. I think our Survivor did get an EMP off between the time that, we went behind the log and came back into our Killer's field of vision on the cam here. Now we'll be getting... Okay, yeah, I genuinely thought that would have been the down, but that's just not gonna come through, unfortunate. And we do go on a bunch of camps, and they're all EMP'd. Really unfortunate. And oh, we're out of range on the one camp that's not EMP bottom side. Now Killer's gonna have to reset the camp's bottom, or just wait them out. Now we'll be taking chase onto our ooh, yeah, this is our ace. Yeah, no, we have one more survivor around, but really good sprinkles from ace, stopping the sun tag from coming through. Really nice stuff. And we'll be going for a chase onto ace for real now at 9, but as I said, no, we're going to camps again. We're playing very Espen here, and we'll have to just reset our camp here. Interesting play. I thought they were knocked out in the first place. And we do get a TP on a survivor trying to get an EMP here, really good stuff, but we don't get the tag, unfortunate. We do have to Scott Rock the play. And we do make it in the shack while Palad's still up. 2 gens to pop, no downs to show for it yet. Winter's choice of not running Corrupt must be really showing on him right now. And there goes our Undying. We're now left with Ruin, Paint Rust, and Eruption. And once again, our cam at 9 has been EMP'd, unfortunate. Yeah, we'll just be breaking this pallet in at the short ward deep 9, and we will be taking chase onto this would be our Ellen. And this should be a down actually. Oh, we do barely make it though. That might have been resilience in play, but yeah, we do see camps once again. We're going to our camps. Interesting play. We do catch our ace. Yeah, he's just constantly stealthing around to try to get these cam plays there. And they're really good sprinters, I'm assuming, to make it to the Scar Rock here to prevent our ace from getting attacked. Really good sprinters, he's just so far. Yeah, we're just going to our camps again. We're going to our camps a lot. That's a recurring theme here. And we do spot a Nancy 11, but obviously the cam at 9 just ain't gonna do it. It's just way too far away to make it work, dude. And we'll be going chase on our Ellen once again, and this should be the down for this time, and yeah, we do get this down, really good stuff. Okay, we do see one survivor on a gen, but that EMP's knocked, so we can't. And oh, we see the ace flash at save coming through here. Our ace just been waiting around all game for this moment here. I mean, I do believe that would be the ace anyway, because the ace has been hovering around everything all game. I'd imagine he's running for flashlight with the EMPs. He's the altruistic player of the team here, and now we'll be on our near this time. Bit of a different survivor, and we do break away with our life, I'm guessing, since our killer chose not to commit. And we'll be getting kicked on Janet Hill here. And oh, we've got two gens really close here, I believe. And yeah, we do, at least we do get this TP off here, but yeah, we have this gen at 9 that's really close, and we've got a gen at 7 that we also know is really close. So I'd imagine that we might see all of our 2 remaining gens pop really soon. Our killer might end up just walking off a 3 stage, possibly even a 0 stage actually. And oh, we're down to 1 gen here. We do get this TP onto Ellen here. This should be a quick down. Now we do get our first down at 1 gen here, but the question remains, do we make it to a hook with pain res? And we'll start walking to our hook, moment of truth. And no, we do not. Our last generator pops here, and we'll be seeing... Ooh, this is interesting. We're DCing here, so... Yeah, we're just going under the assumption that our killer got 0 stage, and we will be back with our second half of our singularity set after a short intermission. And welcome back to our second half of our first set of the singularity here. And we'll be seeing EWD's killer this time. Ignore our overlay on the top. That's a little bit broken, unfortunate, but just keep in mind this is EWD's killer going in for a really difficult win con of getting 1 stage on the board to win, considering that Betrayal's killer didn't even get a single stage in. And we're just running off that assumption since we did see a DC from Betrayal's killer at the very end here. Now, once again, we're just going around setting up our pods here. Pretty usual singularity stuff. And we'll be placing an emphasis on our logs here, I'm presuming. Yeah, we'll set up multiple just facing the gen at the logs here. And we will be going towards our gen in main here and setting up more pods, I'm presuming. Now, once again, we're starting to see a trend out of 2 singularity sets, both of them. We've not seen corrupt on board here, so really interesting choice. Now, despite EWD not having corrupt, it's a bit silly of them, but let's be real, all they really have to do is get 1 stage in, so it doesn't really matter what they have to do at the end of the day. Like, they could run notebooks and still get this 1 stage. I feel like EWD's a really good team, so I'm pretty confident in them winning this set. But with that said, we're not going to put a Betrayal down just yet. We'll be seeing what they can do, and I'd imagine if Betrayal plays well, we could still see outs, and that'll be pretty fun to see. And we do see our first gen pop coming in from Betrayal Survivors. Really good stuff, and I mean, yeah, we're playing well so far. Like, we've not given off the 1 stage that our killer needs just yet, but we're not entirely sure if this trend will be able to keep up for 4 more gens and up to the exit gates have been powered. No, personally, if I was a singularity, I would be running no edges as like a 4th hook just in case, like, you know, things really went south for me. I'd be able to get that 1 tap and get that slapped in the hook to get the win for the team here, but I imagine that EWD's killer is probably way more confident than I am, so, you know, they don't need to know it, they can just get the 1 stage normally, and we do see really good EMP play from Betrayal Survivors here, and oh, we see 2 survivors around the logs here. I will be replacing our our pod at R9 here. And oh, we've got a lot of these pods at 9 here. Interesting. We've got 3 or 4 now. And this should be a really quick tap onto our Betrayal Survivor here. Renato. And oh, this might be the down that EWD just needs to secure the win con here. Yeah, I think this should be the down that EWD needs to get their win here. Like, we realistically are not going to be playing a Z-Wall for 4 more gens here. Unfortunate. Now, we do have 2 gens pop, but we also have our down and most likely a hook, unless we see an absolutely insane flash save come through, and that does not happen, so... yeah, we have plenty of choices for our hooks, so this should be the win going to EWD here. Now with that said, Betrayal Survivors, they're not playing that bad either. Like, you know, having a first stage coming at 3 gens, it's not, like, you know, it's not a small thing, I feel like. And I mean, that's pretty good stuff. We've got a gen at 50 as well, just some reset finishing over at our bottom side of the map here. So we're still in a pretty good position for our survivors, despite, like, you know, not meeting the high condition of getting 0 stages on their part. Yeah, we do get this really nice pot off, but we're not really getting anything out of it for now. And we'll be teleporting into our survivor at 9 here, and we will be starting this chain. No, this is not 9, this is more of the 4 side of the map, actually, my bad. And yeah, now we're coming back to 9. We're seeing our abundance of cams being used, and not really any survivors there at the moment. And we'll be getting TV off here, like with Betrayal Survivors, they're playing pretty well, 3 gens and 1 stage, and we get a really fast break on Shack. And we'll be going towards mid here, and oh we have to fill it obviously, and we're just gonna be choosing to play it. And oh, we get a really nice stun right in the nick of time. Like, any frame later, that would have been a hit coming through onto Yatos, I feel. And our cam has been knocked out here with little X in the center of the screen, and doesn't really matter, we still a cam to 6, get the TP off, and we get this tag onto this Nia here. And we'll be seeing our Dwight here taking the chase here, and this is going to be a really fast tag. And I wonder if this is going to be a 2-tap, but I feel like Dwight should be able to make it the main, or Killer would be forced to drop chase, and I feel like that's what's going on at the moment. Our Killer knows this, so we're just dropping chase, going for camps, getting a cheeky bit of pods here, and oh, we're going for a TP bottom side here with no check pallet. This is going to be a really fast tag. Now I feel like we should just commit to this for now. We do have Cam, and we do have the pod on our survivor, and he's injured, but we do make this filament unfortunate with that set. I still feel like the down definitely possible, but as I said, we do get ourselves EMP, survivor lingering around. I'm guessing they were the one that did the EMP, so pretty good stuff, pretty good teamwork from Betrayal Survivors. And we'll be getting a pretty good stun here, and we'll just be taking a break, and our survivor breaks off to main, and our killer here just electing to leave chase, knowing that we don't really have the time to go to main for a chase right now. Yeah, Betrayal's got 3. Yeah, once again, I like to remind everyone, Betrayal's got 3 gens pop, and our killer from EWD only has 1 stage, so Betrayal's got the gen pressure going for them right now, so definitely we do not have time to commit for a chase around main. And we'll be going towards 11 center of the map here. We're not really seeing anything going on. And we do see, I believe that's a Dwight or a tap, and we're just going straight into main. Killer deciding not to commit to this, fair enough. Yeah, we'll just be going around the 9-10 side of the map here, and we're seeing... Yeah, okay, we're seeing a Nia, but we do not get our pot off, very unfortunate. Yeah, we're just spending a lot of time resetting our pods on our logs here. We've got like 2 or 3, cams. Yeah, we've got 3 actually, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we've got to get our exact positioning, and we're just moving the camera on a little bit. And yeah, I do believe there's a 4th one right behind the logs, so I saw it for like a split second, so yeah. Yeah, there's 4, like this one right there to the left, off towards the 10 side of the map. We've got just 4 cams guarding the logs. That is really interesting, but they've all been knocked out by a singular EMP, I'm presuming, and our survivor just casually chilling on 9. But wait, we do have we do have the bot at 10 that's available and ready to use. And there comes the TP, and we're running straight into 4 lane. There should be a fast, easy tag coming through here, but never mind. We get a nice stun, and I mean, we like, this was supposed to be a swing break, but the time frame for that ran up right as the stun started, so really unlucky. And Alnia just taking a tag, and presumably, oh, we're not going to main here. We're going towards the one side of the map where another survivor is. And okay, our survivor trying a bit of window tech, very interesting. Unfortunately, going down for it, not working out for them.
Genetic material ready for transport.
And we do see that's Colin just running around casually. That's not great, but at the same time we do see a 4th gen pop. We've got 2 stages, 4 gens popped. Really well played from Betrayal survivors so far. I feel like if Betrayal keeps it up the way they've been going at it, I feel like they're definitely going to get a 3 or even a 4 possibly. But we'll see what happens. It shouldn't take too long for a 5th gen pop to come through unless our killer starts a really crazy snowball. Now, we gotta keep in mind this is EWD clan, one of the better teams, so definitely possible to see a good snowball come through. But it's gonna be hard. And we'll just be doing a little bit of upkeep on one of our 4 cams and our logs here, and we'll be camming towards bottom now, getting pot off, and we're getting a TP in. And this is most likely just gonna end up as a quick tag here, especially with the really fast bot coming in from Singu's power, and we'll be taking a hit. This is very interesting. We try to get a little fast fault tech, but mistiming it, and we'll be going down, little 2-tap. This might be the snowball that our killer needs, but Betrayal survivors making a crucial mistake by having this down come through really fast. And now we'll be taking out our top at 6 here, and we now have pop open to us, and we're just going to be using an all gen at 6 here, and I do believe, right, and right as I say, the killer's going to go check his 4 cams on the logs here, and we do see a survivor there. Some of his cams have been knocked out, but due to him having so many, of course he has others available for him to use. And we'll be giving a little tag to our killer here from Renato. Very unfortunate. And if we do get this down fast, this might be the start of a really good 4k1. We do have a pot onto us, so definitely possible. And if that's it, we do get our grab. But at least we see the animal come through. But yeah, our survivor's definitely starting to falter now. They're definitely starting to make mistakes, and our killer might be able to capitalize on them to get their first kill of the game at 1 gen left. And we'll be taking chase onto our guy, and our guy will be taking a fast tag, going towards 9, and our killer just dropping chase, going straight back towards hook. And we do see our Nia coming in for this pull onto our Renato here. And I feel like we'll just be going for our Renato to try to get a fast death here. But with that said, Nia's around to take a hit, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, we do see this body block coming through, and now we'll be fully committing onto... Okay, we'll be going to cam mid chase, very interesting choice, and now we'll be going to main, getting tag with main, not really a tag, more of like a pod. And oh, we've got 60% of progress on the gen at 11 here, that is really a lot of progress, and you know, Betrayal survivors, yeah, they've got it going for them. And we'll be teleporting to Nia at 4, going for this really good down, and we do get it, and we will be... I wonder if we'll just take the pick, and yeah, we do. I was expecting him to possibly go for cams, but we don't really have any pods on anyone, so that would have been pretty futile. We should just be going for our pick, and that's what we're doing. And we do see two survivors in death hook now from Betrayal, so their steam might be running out here. We could just tunnel out Renato on here and have a 3v1. And if we go for both Renato and Nia in short order, we will be down to 2v1 at 1 gen. And you know, our killer could capitalize on this for a 4k1. And we'll now be on Colin here. I don't believe. Yeah, I believe that is our last fresh, or it's our tap. It has to be one of these two. Yeah, it definitely is. And we'll be seeing Renato just chilling on a gen. I believe that would be the gen at 1 most likely. And ooh, we do get a really good plot, I'm presuming, and we get the TP off. And once again, we're playing this tile, tap playing the same tile he got 2 tapped on. Now tap getting the memo, knowing that he has to go away from this tile, or he could go down again fast. And we'll just be TPing, going for insta break and zone, and Survivor not having much to run to besides 11. And we do make a crucial macro mistake of running our kill to death of Survivor, so this might be a slug coming through. And yeah, we're seeing a slug coming through, but at least we do see a sprinters coming in. But we'll just be taking our pick here.
Gene integrity, 43%.
Yeah, now we pick our hook, and we've got 3 death hooks. So yeah, what's our last fresh? So we've got 3 death hooks now. This is really bad. Our killer playing this out like a pub. They know they don't really have to do much. Again, they secured the win con when they got their first stage at 3 gens remaining. And we'll just be going back into our camps once again. We're not really doing much yet, but we'll be sitting around our hook. We might be trying to secure our first kill finally at 1 gen remaining, while also doing a little bit of patrolling with our camps here. And oh, our Survivor's so out of position. We get it really fast down. And this is our first death hook of the game. 2 more death hooks in the game as well, so this is going to be a really fast snowball, I feel like, for we Jason of the EWD clan here.
Your genes need minor.
And oh, we find all 3 survivors at the gen at 11 here. They're really trying to get that gen out of the way to try to at least get a 4k0 result, which would be pretty respectable against a team like EWD. And ooh, we do get this last generator off, and we're trying to force a locker grab here. Nice locker flash that's safe, that got patched up 2 years ago. That's not gonna work. And we'll be going for. Ooh, I wonder if we'll commit for a chase of main here. And I think we have a pretty interesting gate split actually. We've got a gate at 1. We don't see any gates bottom. We might have the 11-1 gate split, which is pretty bad for our survivors. And with another survivor going down really fast, we've got time to take this pick. Yeah, our gate split is just straight up 11 and 1. Very unfortunate split. But with no cams at 11, no cams at 1, this might still be ours. We have 2 deaths, 9 stages on the board here, and we're seeing. We're starting up our chase onto our. No, we're not. We're just using our Renato as a beast to teleport, and with our gate bait really close, this might be out for our Betrayal survivors. And you know, even if we do get like 1 or 2 outs, that's still pretty well played from Betrayal survivors. And we're still gonna have our second set of Chucky coming up, but we gotta keep in mind this wasn't Betrayal's pick, so this might end quickly as a 2-0 for WD. We're checking our lock here. No one's inside this time. And with such a bad gate split and only 2 survivors up, yeah, this is getting really tough. Like, our survivors are trying to split the gates to get 1 out at least, but even then that might not be guaranteed because both our survivors are injured. And we've got both survivors meeting up with each other. I'm presuming they were trying to get a reset, but now our killer is aware of this. And we do see a survivor going back onto 1. That game's around 60% right now. And we're going in for a TP. We're just gonna be forcing this grab here. This should be enough for Renato. We're with 1 stage to make it out actually. Unless we just drop it. Oh, we do not drop this, huh? Really close. Now that's it. Our Renato is able to make it up, so that will be 1 stage up onto Betrayal survivors here, so pretty respectable still, considering that, once again, Betrayal is versing a team like EWD, but at the same time, you gotta keep in mind this singularity set was Betrayal's pick, so having such a stark result difference, Betrayal's killer getting 1 stage versus EWD's killer getting 11 stages, that's still a bit unfortunate, but yeah, I just like to remind you again that Betrayal and either EWD, they've got like a huge like skill gap, I feel like. And with that said, we'll be back after a short intermission with our Chucky set.
Welcome back, everybody, to Blood Rush League Season 2. We have the upper bracket where we see EWD Clan versus Betrayal Survivors, where unfortunately we saw an unfortunate result on the Singularity set on, I believe, the Groaning Storehouse from Betrayal Survivors. But anyway, sorry, Betrayal Killer. But anyway, we're hopping into the Chucky now, where Jason, actually, this is YDL's pick. You're just getting a nice 2-tap onto Detective Tap here on the 3 tile of the Cold Tower 1. That's just an insanely fast from Jason here. And just before we get into it, as Dire Wolf would say, go into a bit of, I don't know, housekeeping or something. So we've got a change of casters. It is me, Tavi, in right now for yet Avino. But anyway, apart from that, everything's the same. So tap on the first hook on 3, and that was a pain resonance as well from from our killer there, and actually Nancy getting body blocked from the power here, and actually might just get 2-tapped because of the aggressive blood favor build that Jason has decided to brought in on the Chucky, and actually instead of picking decides to slug, going back to the unhook, trying to achieve a little bit more pressure, maybe through the use of more tags, which does seem to be the case. They take the tag onto Nia here and see what they can get out of it. Actually, this might just be another fast 2-tap. As you see, Nia is going full edge map here, and maybe taking the light but missing it. Now, this is, I believe, quite a large ping difference. I'd say like around 100 ping difference. So, anyway, going onto the hook next will be on Nia. I believe this will be another pain res or not. Okay, there's not a pain resonance from on Nia here, but we did see on Nancy completely reset off the middle map there, going from the down state to the healthy state. So yeah, I guess Jason kind of might have been looking for a little bit more out of the slug, but actually does find our injured tap here on the water tower, and I think this might be a fast flick, and yes, it will be the case. We do notice that at the time of recording that Killer Chucky is slightly garbage. The unfortunate nerfs that have come into Chucky, which have taken effect by the time this casting is taking place, were not actually active during this match. So we'll be seeing the unnerfed Chucky gameplay. We have the 1.2 second dash and the max speed of around 10 meters a second, rather than the really weak state that Chucky's in. I believe I was helping out a Chucky main in OS just to test out the new Chucky speed and stuff, and it's just so horrible to play. It's not even funny. But we'll find Venato here on the edge map, trying maybe to pressure the water tower gen, but unfortunately won't be able to work it safely because he'll take the injury, but actually manages to avoid the dash there despite the blood favor on the 4-lane tower. Actually, Jason decides to swing through and maybe deciding to commit the Venato rather than go back hook, getting a nice flick there. At that point, for the survivors, it's not really anything you can do against the Chucky, so he'll be slapped onto the hook yet again, and yeah, this will be probably another pain res. Let's see if it will be, and it is a pain res. So 2 pain res used out of this trial, but 3 hooks acquired. I believe Nia was not pain res, and it's still broken actually. So I believe maybe that was a full of people play that was going on in the background that I missed. And I would assume, since they for the people, they'll probably have a perk called Second Wind, which also heal an additional health state after being unhooked. If you are, as long as you do not get injured or like downed between the 20-second period when you will activate. But our tap will pre-drop the Godrock here and get Slice and Die on the edge map here, and run to main, and actually our Chucky will decide to leave and kick Generator onto hearing the progress, and it must be Nia that was on the generator here. And so, yeah, I think now we just here. Oh, deciding to go back for Nia here, and I think Nia maybe anticipating a slice and dice does do a bit of a juke there, but there's a bit of a pump fake, so this will go down immediately. And I think this one was a pain miss, so it'll be a pain miss on our Nia now. So I think our 2 generator will start to aggress from the 75% mark. Chucky actually does smell out something going on the top side here at 11, but actually does see the scratch mark leading down to 8, so we'll just be leaving that lead and going back to the hook after seeing, again, a few more scratch marks at the water tower, and the unhook actually just coming through onto our Nia here, and actually just barely missing the slice and dice onto Nancy, which would have been a nice bonus, but now Chucky player is just deciding to get the tunnel out onto Nia, who does proc the light on the main building window. But I'm not sure if they'll be able to make anything too much as they get just nicely dashed immediately after the light there, and will be just completely dead here. So this will be the first death and 5 generators remaining. So it's really a scary spot for our survivors to be in. I think there's not really much you can do about trying to get stages out of the door. I think at this point for the survivors, they'll want to try and get as many generators done as possible, and yeah, kind of just give up the fact that they might get out here. I don't think it's possible. But actually, Jason will miss the slice and dice and the I forgot what it's called. It's the oh man, the like the thing where you vault a window or like all the power doing your power. Anyway, we'll take that one onto our Nancy here, which will allow them to actually potentially go for yet another slice and dice, which they do seem to want to take, but our Nancy does make the correct read onto Jason's Chucky here, as 2 generators get completed in the background. There's the 2 injured survivors, and after seeing our Nancy running towards Shack, perhaps they would have made the Shack pallet. So I think Chucky here, Mr. Jason, will just decide to try and catch the survivors rotating, which does seem to be the case. I think this is our tap here, running the main building, perhaps, yeah, smelling the rotation there. And actually, the blind coming in, I think this must be the flashbang onto tap, because they did try and get a blind before, but Jason did manage to hear the flashbang being dropped and then looked up, which we saw the tap going down in that case. But this will be, I believe, the death onto tap as well, because I don't think Nancy's being hooked at all, and yeah, it is just the death onto tap here. And now it's a 2v1 with 3 generators remaining. Yeah, with the thrill up, but I mean the thrill is not doing anything. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much more to play here. But I mean, look, anything can happen. So Renato might be able to get gen done. Who knows? Oh, Nancy does. Oh my gosh! What a read there from Chucky here. Jason just takes the slice and dice onto Nancy, anticipating the double back on the Paladin there. So just take the hook onto Nancy here. And not a painless. Actually, it was our Renato that had been painless before. And perhaps they'd be popping out this 2 generator, but besides not, because they do see the white t-shirt at the background at 9 and running down to water tower. So Renato is found here at the water tower, and I think this will probably be our last chase of the trial, as Renato does actually manage to nearly stealth out with Jason here, but unfortunately we'll just get caught out on the clock. Again, the team, unfortunate for Renato here, will just make them take an M1, and they'll just have to play this 4 lane here and maybe able to connect it to the Holman Tower. But again, another prediction from Jason will just secure the down onto Renato. And this is a 4k3 result on the Chucky on Cold Tower. This is a solid performance. I believe one of the first videos that I watched of Chucky in comp was a comp DVD video where I think Eternal got 4 stages against somebody's Chucky. I'm not entirely sure who's, but it was an incredible result. You could really see the teamwork of Eternal come into play, and again, 4 stages, insane on the Cold Tower. It doesn't really matter which killer is being played. But here we see 4k3 is going to be a very tough win condition for Betrayal's Chucky to try and meet, because really 4K3, if you let that first generator slip through your hands, it's going to be very difficult to try and defend the remaining 6 generators. You heard me right, 6 generators left in the trial. But we'll have to see what Betrayal's killer can do, because they're up next, and they'll be up next in this short mission. Welcome back, everybody, to what could potentially be the last set of Betrayal versus EWD's clan here of South America. And actually, a Chucky player from Betrayal here, Sonic, does actually manage to find. Oh my gosh, is that who I think it is? Is that a Tory Kane? I don't like Tory Kanes. Anyway, taking the chase around the main building and pre-dropping the Orman Tower here. And just as this first chase was being progressed, we actually saw the first totem of the trial get cleansed. And oh my gosh, what is that dodge? I actually don't know if this is a Tory anymore. I haven't been paying attention, but they're just taking the chase on the 2 sides of the map. I would have said deep in the corrupt, but I believe this dude generator wasn't corrupt, and actually managing to dodge yet another slice and dice here. I believe this is actually Ellen, because it's bastard, but I could be wrong. No, this is a Vayne actually. That's why I could not recognize the Survivor portrait. This is a Vayne. This is one of the newest Survivor skins for, I believe, Ellen Ripley. So, is here Jason just trying to get take the aggro with the flashlight. I think they're probably swim player, and yeah, just trying to bait chase around the hook. I'm not entirely sure why, but I guess we did see why, because Nancy did go in for a last second save, and actually does manage to make the Orman Tower vault as well. And during this bit of downtime here, I probably will just talk about Chucky's build. I decided to bring the Blood Favor and the Pentimento and the stock standard corrupt and Pain Resonance, which we did see went off on our Vayne there on the 2 hook count. Unfortunately, our Vayne does actually just go down yet again after maybe miscom from Survivor. I'm not in the Survivor team, I'm not entirely sure. And they'll just be put back on the 1 hook, and no generators done so far. So I guess if we're looking at the 4K3 Tycon, I think our Chucky still has a decent chance of achieving such, because it's not really impossible for to defend these generators as long as someone is the weak link, and we can get into a 3v1 as quickly as possible. Yeah, it would still be possible in that case. So we did see the first generator get completed. No doubt that was Fedonitz, the Nia player, completing that generator in the background. So probably not looking at that much generator progress all around the board elsewhere, apart from 5. But since the resets haven't come through, perhaps there's another generator in the background being pumped out. So we'll have to see if that's the case, as our Vayne just hangs on the hook here, and no signs of life anywhere around the hook as well. So perhaps our survivors here are just, again, cranking out the generators, just trying to meet the Tycon and play for the win condition of 4K2. But we actually did see a Nia play here deciding to perhaps go for a 1-for-1, which does seem to be the case. Actually getting stuck on the rocks here, and will still manage to get the trade going through. And Chucky play here, I think this is a smart decision, going for the pick onto Nia here, understanding that the Pentimento and the Pain Resonance is quite good regression and gen control. So getting the hook just on the Pentimento will be quite beneficial. And yeah, 30% reduced gen speed will be quite terrible for our survivors, but the unhook does come through. So no doubt our Penti is already getting cleansed at this point. But luckily for our survivor team, our Vayne has not been spotted yet. So our Death Hook tunnel out is safe, probably around Shack, and we Jason will just get down instead, as the Penti does get cleansed actually, just at the right moment here, as Ace is getting hooked on the Pain Resonance. And yeah, our Chucky will just have to try and find anyone here, because everyone's injured. So anyone that you find is going to potentially be a fast down if the slice and dices can get. Oh wait! Oh, and Nancy actually trying to drop a flashbang, and no bounce landing actually available for Nancy. We did see the stagger there, so no bounce landing, and Chucky will also just decide to pick up yet again, and perhaps take this mid-map hook, and maybe he can actually start to make a little bit of a comeback here. Though no one is dead yet. We do have I was gonna say we do have 3 injuries and 1 death hook, but the very fast reset onto Wee Jason does come through. I believe there's probably will make it on the survivor that unhooked, but Sharky will decide to use the hidey ho mode and actually find the Rain at Shack. This is the most probable place that our Rain would have been, just away from all the action and the hooks. And since they're now found, I think our Sharky player will decide to commit this. And I think, our Vayne does run around alongside and actually just get slice and dice there. And I think it will just be the death onto Vayne here. We don't see the ace going for any aggressive play with the flashlight. So it will be the first death on 4 generators, and fortunately, our Chucky does not have any perks to work with anymore. Whereas I believe in the previous trial, our Chucky did have a good amount of time to use the Ruin and the Blood Favor, which were 2 quite strong perks that we saw. The Power Density of Cold Tower was quite good, especially around the mid map, so getting the Blood Favor off multiple times did secure it down. But does find the injured Nancy yet again working the main building. I'm not really sure why. Usually you'd want to put the most aggressive exhaustion on the main building, and we actually do decide to slug here as Nancy does get down that alone, and kind of a bit worried about the gens, which is understandable since if one of them pops, it is tie condition, and with 2 healthy survivors, it's going to be a lot more difficult to find them and just get lethality down them as well. So just take the dry kick onto the generator at 3 and perhaps head back, trying to catch out a rotation perhaps on Nancy, or just checking the gen at 9. And yes, just check the gen at 9. We saw the 4th piston moving as well. So around the 80% mark is this generator, and that means there's also a survivor around here, and that is indeed the case because the Nancy does get picked up and decides to run behind main. Actually, our Chucky play, unfortunately missing the dash there. That would have been really crucial if that connected, and yeah, we'll probably just take the fast down onto Nancy yet again. Oh no, but that's the bounce landing. Actually, the exhaustion timer must have come back at the right time, because our Nancy player did get the bounce landing there, and going for the slug yet again. And I think it's a bit of a tough situation for our Chucky to be in, because these 2 generators did have pretty high progress. And this is indeed the case, because we saw a near player Fedinet here taking the generator to full completion on the 3 tile, and will vault the window, and actually will buy just enough time for the other generator at 9 to be completed as well. So that would be the 2-0 for EWD's clan versus Betrayal in this series. Oh, in the series? Yeah, in the series. So well played to EWD, but yeah, I think it was a pretty good showcase of Chucky. I think they definitely played a little bit cleaner in the middle game, but the start was a little bit messy for everybody else, survivor side. But they managed to pull it back together, minimum condition of 4K2. And again, our Chucky player just deciding to slug here, and I'm not really sure what they're planning to do with the slug. But taking the bounce landings of our Nancy player, and actually does get the last pixel hit onto Nancy here as the Sin Car pallet. Actually, I believe this is not the Sin Car pallet, just the car pallet gets dropped. I was just testing out that those 2 cars on the main building on Cold Tower. Actually, one of them is a Sin car and doesn't have collision if you're playing the killers Billy, Blight, Demo, or Baba. But the one which the pallet was just dropped on is indeed a Sin car, I believe. Indeed not a Sin car, and because I did try it with Baba, and it does decide to bump, unfortunately. So. Anyway, Nancy will just run the edge map of 11, and Atraki again just deciding to slug here. Not really entirely sure whether it's going to be very efficient, but it certainly does drag out the game. Let's take the distance with the slice and dice towards the bottom side of the map, perhaps trying to catch the generator on 7 being worked, but actually does not decide to commit to anything. Not really seeing any progress there, I think. And just again tries to head topside, catch out perhaps a rotation to any of these generators, which has already happened because the main generator does get completed, meaning there's only 1 generator left in this trial that can possibly be completed. As Anya does take the very last second vault and actually does hit a swing. I'm not really sure what that was. Perhaps Fedinet was expecting a double back from Jockey into a to slice and dice and scamper, but just decided to commit that. And Now our ace is the only survivor left standing, and perhaps it will be a 4K1 if he is found, but it is not impossible for our survivors to split up here. The slug survivors to split up anyway. And for our ace to manage to rotate and stealth edge map towards the pickup of one of them and perhaps get them both up. We actually do see Ace running in to get Nancy here, and I think it'll just be a quick down onto Nancy yet again. But I think the Power Gem is broken, so yeah, not really much other time they can get out of this chase. But actually, Chucky just completely loses them. I'm not sure what Sonic was thinking there. Because, yeah, it's just absolutely losing Nancy there. Again, a lot of time waste trying to look for Nancy instead. Could have been going after the ace here, but just get it down to Nia instead. After leaving the Nancy, which taking the parting edge map of ace here, trying to avoid the hit perhaps, but does get tagged anyway with this and dies. So they'll just be running back into main. There's not really anywhere else they can go. I think probably I'd say the exhaustion on our ACS is Twin Burst, and they'll just get M2 down. And now again, Nancy's the last standing survivor. And I think it'll probably just be 4K1 here. I don't think the Gens had enough focus to be looking like 4K zeros. But actually, they pick up onto we Jason will come in and probably just a hook onto both survivors, or perhaps not. Perhaps Sonic is smelling out that a generator is being worked on in the background. That Nancy is just trying to sneak the last generator in, and actually does see some progress. So that's a good 70-ish% on the 7 generator, and will decide to kick. But unfortunately, just terrible timing there. Or unfortunate timing there for Chucky as the pickup and unhook does occur onto both survivors. So again, we have 3 standing, but 3 injured, and no doubt our survivors will want to try and get the generator at 7 completed at all costs. Trying to get the 4K0 4K0 perhaps getting achieved, but Chucky player will want to try and get it down here onto ace, but taking the good edge map, breaking line of sight with the edge map tile, I think that was quite a smart play from ace, but he'll go down anyway. We're actually faking the Z-War. Another Z-War warrior is actually taking the roll this time and winning that 50, but then losing this one, unfortunately. So he'll be put onto the hook probably, and then also this will be the death onto Jason, but for the time wasted, we do see the last generator completed. And looking at the gates here, I believe they were quite split. We did have this gate on 9, also another gate at around 2. So I think if our survivors did manage to split up, oh no, sorry, other gate is on 12. There will be a bit of a rough split for our survivors. Because if the gate was on 2, there's good line of sight profit, so it's impossible to tell whether the survivors are working on 9 and 2 at the same time. Fortunately, here for Chucky, they might be able to secure a clean 4K0, but still be tough because we have not seen any sign of Nia for the past good while here. So Sonic, now smelling this, does head back up top side, trying to catch Nia rotating for the 12 gate, which actually does open. So Nia will just be able to take the I believe 2 stages out, and it's kind of up to Nancy here if they want to take the hatch at Shack, which does seem to be the case. So it'll be a clean 8-stage 4 fresh for EWD's clan. So well played to them, taking the 2-0 against Betrayal, and they'll be moving up again in the high bracket, and we'll be seeing you next time for Blood Rush League. As Tavi again, Switch casters, and goodbye.